Good morning, Cale Carlson, Lead Farms. Welcome back to my farm. As you guys can see, I have both grain carts unhooked. That's because I am done with harvest. But now, before fall winter sets in heavily, I want to seed a cover crop. So I am going to be planting ryegrass. I've done this many times in the past with the Stroble seed drill. Grass seeder. You can probably plant a number of items, alfalfa, native. We're gonna put in ryegrass today. I might come back over the top with some Nebraska native grass. And what we're gonna use, this is awesome. The team at Stroble just said, Cale, if you wanna use the drill, great, but can you showcase the bulk seed tender? Because we have, side note, they're running a super sale through the end of, this is 2024, big cash discounts on a lot of their seed stuff. Anyway, I'm going to use this bulk seed tender to pick up my ryegrass and then fill the seed drill and drill today. That's the goal, that's the plan. But I thought, you know, while I'm at it, I have a number of Stroble products out on this farm. As I looked around, I'm like, well, why don't we just do a little infomercial and showcase some of this stuff. This is the seed tender, not the bulk seed tender. This is the box seed tender that I used this spring. You put pro boxes right here. This is a 2 pro box seed tender. It's got a scale, it's got the lights, it's got the automatic thing, electric start motor. I'll show you just one of my favorite things is the patented locking mechanism. So once you get the box on here, you can get that locked down. Wonderful seed tender. Can't wait to use the bulk seed tender. The box tender and the bulk come in 2, 3, 4 compartments. I think you can even get this one with a gooseneck into the 6 boxes. It's pretty crazy. The 2 works great for me and my farm. One of their best sellers is the Stroble Sunshade for cattle, horses, goats, and even ducks. Yes, I've had my ducks in here. Very solid, cement heavy base that is forkable and draggable. I just like to set it on my military trailer to drive it around from my place, the horses, or the feedlot, or the cattle lot, or up at the ranch. Extremely handy sunshade. Oh, this is the 20 by 20. They make a 40 by 40, and I think they're going to come out with a 30 by 30. So this is what I would call the homeowners edition, but they also make a 40 by 40 for the big ranches. Also, what I have setting out here is my number one favorite box scraper. I've had it for 15 years, Stroble MDFL. Hey, Butterscotch, what are you looking at? FD 12 foot wide. This is wonderful and amazing for doing roads, gravel, yards, clearing snow. It's got the 3rd link cylinder so I can tilt, angle, blah, blah, blah. You already know. I've already done a video on that one. You've seen that. So, hop with me in the 8R 340. Yes, I know the tractor is probably oversized for this drill. These drill come in 10 foot wide or 14 foot wide. I believe this is the 14 foot wide with 20 rows to seed. But remember, we go to battle with the Army we have, not the Army we wish we had. But this is actually the one we wish we had. It'll have auto steer, and so it'll do just well. Actually, what I should do, I've got an old International H, and I've got Megan's little Kubota tractor. So I've got smaller and then I have the 4020 right over there. So I have a new goal of, after we get this going and plant the bulk majority of it, I will hook this onto a number of smaller tractors. Would you guys care to see that? Is that the new plan? I believe I got the man, the myth, Dwight Stroble is going to come out and help me figure this thing out. It looks super simple and super solidly built. I believe I can figure it out, but I love hanging out, seeing, and talking with Dwight anyway, so it's a perfect opportunity for him to share some of his insight. We'll get it set, and then we will be planting today Harvest is over. That makes me sad because harvest is my favorite, but my second favorite is probably farming, and the fact that we get to plant on this beautiful fall day here in Nebraska should be a great day. Oh, and it's Friday, which doesn't matter because I plan on working tomorrow as long as the weather holds. Did you guys get all that? One shot. Everybody knows the rules. Let's head to the field. Good morning and welcome back to Nebraska. My name is Cale Carlson. I own and operate Lead Farms, which is included on this YouTube channel. At some point, for a lot of my new followers, subscribers, and viewers, I should probably do a little bit in-depth, deeper dive introduction to myself. I'll do that in a different, separate video. What I'm doing this morning, besides enjoying a lovely, wonderful, cool, crisp, damp Saturday morning, I am collecting Nebraska native prairie grass just in the common roadside ditch. I got a lot of this from my local grass resource for restoring native pastures. What I'm planting over there on one of my farms on the slopes, that's dry land that I've decided to not raise a crop on anymore, just a couple of acres to turn back to native grass. I've got a basket full here, and I decided I could just go out and take some seeds and put that in the Stroble seed drill to plant some native grass. Can anybody tell me what some of the native grasses are? Big blue stem, little blue stem, side oats, obviously a lot of brome. There's just a ton of grass species. Corn is also a grass, but we're not going to plant any of that. This has been hybridized. Instead of small seeds, we get nice big seeds that we can use in over 25,000 products, food, fuel, and such, and then a lot of other things that I believe cosmetics. There's just thousands of items that we can use regular number 2 yellow corn for. But today is a grass day and whatever other things. So we'll just grab a bunch of grass seeds and plant them, and we will see if they grow. The wonderful thing about Nebraska is this is a prairie land environment. Long before I was here, this is just prairies, an ocean of grass, as they call it, as far as the eye can see. So, kale, as a farmer, I'm going to plant some and see if I can get it to grow. It should be relatively easy, but we'll head over west and see what we got. Welcome out to the west. I am now in one of my seed corn fields that I have disked over there. That's where we are planting the native with my drill setup and native grass. But I thought I would showcase you real quick a seed corn field, which is a long story, but I am 4 years in the process of all of my videos during the summer. I talk about seed corn production, where we grow male corn plants and 4 female corn plants. So you'll have to dive back into those videos or stay tuned to next year when I do seed corn all over again and showcase it throughout the year on my channel. So stay tuned. When I destroyed the male rows, because we're only looking for the females, when I destroyed the male rows, I broadcast turnips and radishes for a cover crop in this field, and we will graze it with cattle as soon as we can get that quarter section fenced off. Do you guys want to know what a turnip? And there's our turnip. And here is a radish. These are what they call tillage radishes. So they will drill down into the soil, break up compaction. And this cover crop is doing all the beautiful and amazing things that cover crops do, is take up the nutrients, take up water, and then hopefully put it back in when they decompose over this winter, die off and decompose over this winter. They don't always do. Then that nutrients in theory, should be back readily available for the crop that I put here next year, which I believe will be commercial corn. But these are all edible plants that you can eat. Is edible. Sorry for talking with my mouth full of food. But it's not the most amazing thing to eat. I much prefer these turnips boiled with butter, salt, more butter, and sour cream, and a little bit of pepper. Anyway, I'm getting off subject. Cover crop, seed corn field. Let's go back to planting native grass with the drill. All right, Dwight and I had a lot of fun yesterday with this drill. In my opinion, it works best in a modified tilled situation or a lightly tilled situation. I did drive around in some no-till standing corn stalks, and I think some of this rye would grow because you can pretty much just scatter and broadcast it. But I think it works best driving around. And I did run the harrow. That's on my other tractor. I'll showcase that. I'll bring that over here because that's a lot of fun to run to smooth a lot of these items out. But what we did, we put ryegrass all over this drill. We put it in the front box, back box. We made adjustments, finally got it dialed in. We do have an acre counter and 6.4 acres. I doubled up in some areas, but I never ran out of seeds. So what we're gonna do, I grabbed that native seed and I put it in here. This box has this wonderful agitator that I think is gonna help grind up and pulverize. Well, we'll find out. This will be a test. And it should drop down in, be sliced in a notch, and then with these little closing furrow drags, they work pretty good. Just closing up whatever, what have you. So it'll be just like, you know how birds transfer seeds. This is a bird seeder. Get it out there, hopefully get some moisture on it, and it'll be amazing what comes up and grows. Does anybody want to know anything else about this drill or this seed tender? This worked very well for ryegrass in here, but I've also used Stroble seed tenders for soybeans, corn, bulk commodities, whatever seed you want to plant. It works very well, very easy to use, one-man operation. Let's get into this beautiful beast and drive around and pretend we're farming. Ooh, those batteries like 32 degrees. One cool option about this thing is if you want to clean the auger, shut the slide gate, just run it back into itself. Also, there is a drain cap you can open up to dump the rest of your seed. I should mention it has some super secret, it's not secret, some super awesome poly Lindell plastic cup auger that is soft and gentle on whatever seed commodity you're running. I think also some cattle guys just go ahead and run creep feed in these tenders as well for cattle. So it's almost like a year-round use bulk product transfer device. Did Kale forget to show this magnificent beast? Of course I did, because remember, I'm a farmer first and a YouTuber second. Great Plains harrow, about 45 feet wide. We have two 8-foot sections. I should really read up on the owner's manual before I do a throwdown of what this thing does, but it does a great job of leveling, scattering, fine-tuning, planting all the grass at the very end. And I did make a few rounds. Sorry for shaking you guys around so much. A few rounds in my seed corn field to see if it would dig up some of the turnips and radishes, see if it would destroy some of my stalks. I'm doing tests all year round. every year. Anyway, what I did is picked up the harrow. Shoot, and I actually should get a drone shot of this. It's a really fascinating piece of equipment to fold and unfold. I might do that right now. Anyway, I fold it up and put all this trash right here in this drawer so it'll settle in. Hold the soil, keep the rain from washing or flooding or whatever else. Let's do a quick video. I have to. Hold on. Yeah, I believe this is the 6848. So, 48 feet wide, unfolded, and these are 6-foot bars that are 8 foot long, but when you unfold it, it's doubled, so it's like 16 feet of raspy pulling power. All right, here we go. I take my hydraulic right here, and it's just a single point hydraulic, one hydraulic cylinder, or one setup of hydraulic hoses, folds those wings out, and then they have a cable for structural strength. And once it's folded out, those bars lay down, then you pull forward and it will start stretching out those back bars, getting them in line, straighten out your 85/30 or whatever you're pulling with, and then you just continue to lower those arms. So then you'll have, I believe, roughly 16 feet and 48 foot wide dragging power, and you are ready to go. And all you have to do is pull it. Then, if you want to fold up, you just reverse the sequence. Folds that up, hangs it up on the rack, pulls it forward, and then it will fold your wings in one at a time. Make sure your cable's clear right there. You do have safety chains when you go into transport mode that you can hook in. They will hold up, and there you go. See, Kale, that wasn't so bad. Even though you forgot to do it, it just takes 2 minutes to do it again. Man, it's been a great Saturday. It's not even noon. What are you guys having for lunch? What else can I get done? Let's bring this equipment home, call Megan, have her run me out here. Logistics, and then we will hook on maybe the strip till machine on the 8R. Full day of work. I'm loving it.